Greetings, welcome to another DALEKCAST. Our first question comes from Trinity Vincent. Oh wait, no. Dillian Stolensberg, it reads, do Daleks keep their invisible cloth on the planet Spyridon when the Doctor discovered your whereabouts? Also, didn't you see my reaction? I sent you the Manama Suit Part 3 link. I have no, sadly, I don't think I did. If I did, I'm sorry. Anyway, oh, okay, so we have two videos, one from Bill's channel. Well, in fact, two from Bill's channel. We got Cartoon Cat, Real or Fake, or the biggest fish in the world, Mexico. Is that a real or fake video, is it? So, viewers, here is the first video, apparently. Again, it is made by Bill's channel. This is suggested by Dalek Giratina, in case you're wondering. In fact, both videos are made by Bill's channel, so let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the first one. Good Lord, what?
Hey guys, Bill here. You know what I've been wondering about lately? What is the biggest fish in the world? If you spend any time asking around, you're going to find out that just about everybody in the world agrees that it's this thing called the whale shark. But what?
Dude, everybody knows that the whale shark is the biggest fish. Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's, you can find the second biggest near the Isle of Man, Baskin sharks.
What is a whale shark? I mean, is it a whale or is it a shark? And exactly how big is it? Is it a man-eater? I don't know. So I've come here to Mexico, where every summer they have one of the biggest gatherings of whale sharks in the world.
Today I'm boarding an actual research boat headed out to do a survey of the whale sharks. My hosts are two world-renowned marine biologists.
I'm Simon Pierce, and I'm a whale shark scientist based at the Marine Megafauna Foundation in the US.
They got loads
I am Rafael de la Parra. I am a marine biologist.
They got loads of teeth, and yeah, they're quite small teeth surrounding.
And I am devoted to whale shark research and marine ecosystem north of Isla Mujeres.
There are some other tourists like me on the boat, and like me, they help pay for the cost of the research. In exchange, we get to tag along with the scientists as they survey and document the whale sharks.
I love the whale shark. It's a cool looking fish. They're very gentle. They're very unlike great whites and other creatures like that. They are.
All I can say is, holy moly. These things are like a bus going by you underwater. It's pretty scary at first, but they don't seem to be interested in us for lunch or anything like that.
No, they're more interested.
The whale sharks look like they're going really slow, but it's actually really hard work to keep up with them.
Yeah.
The way it moved reminded me of my original question about these things.
Is it a whale or is it a shark?
Yeah, they've got such a confusing name. So they are a true shark that just acts a lot like a whale in that they're really big. So the whale shark's by far the largest fish in the world. The biggest that was measured was 20 meters long and 34 tons in weight.
They're lovely creatures.
We think they live to about 100 years old, so they're one of the most longest livable fish as well.
longest lived.
Are whale sharks dangerous?
Whale sharks eat little stuff. So here they're gorging themselves on fish eggs. They've only got tiny little teeth, so they're actually suction feeders, so completely harmless to people.
Yeah.
But what if you're like swimming by and your leg happens to be near that huge open mouth? Is your leg gonna go in there?
Yeah, it looks fairly intimidating, but it's funny here. Sometimes you'll see them taking a little bit of seaweed. They'll just look confused and then spit it back out. So they're really selective about what they actually take in.
Simon and Raphael take lots of pictures of the whale sharks to help them identify the individual whale sharks.
Around the world we've identified just over 5,000 whale sharks, but we think there's probably a few more than that, so I'm guessing maybe in the low tens of thousands.
They also tag them with satellite communications equipment to track their movements. Whale sharks have very thick skin, and that helps the scientists take skin samples without causing any pain or injury.
Good.
From these skin samples, they can tell what the whale shark eats and if it is being affected by water pollution. They can also examine the DNA of the fish.
Very cool.
Whale sharks are so big they don't have any serious predators, but they are considered a vulnerable species. The two things that threaten them the most is fishing and big cargo ships.
So one of the major threats to whale sharks here is clearly when you swim with them, they get hit by large boats. And this right here, we can see the problem. There's a really large vessel coming really close to the whale sharks and all the tourists swimming in the water too. Well, the sharks just can't get out of their way fast enough. So if they get hit, they get smacked by the propellers and they just sink and die. So the only ones we see are the survivors that have got horrible lacerations and just mutilated for life.
An effort spearheaded by Raphael has convinced the Mexican government to approve the placement of a maritime buoy where the whale sharks congregate. In the future, ships will be legally required to go around the sharks. There's also a plan to use their data to get this area declared a World Heritage Site, which would offer the whale sharks here greater protection.
Wow!
That is... I'm sorry I'm about to get a bit activist-y, but that is just fucked up. I can't do that. I can't just leave them to die. Yeah, but I can't just stop fishing for them. They're gentle giants. If I keep killing whale sharks, it's gonna end up with them getting extinct. Yeah, I've been... Yeah, you may not know this, but I'm an advocate... I'm an avid hater. I'm an avid hater for people who just harm the ocean. Who harm things in the ocean. Yeah. Yes, war between the land and the sea wasn't the best, but... It definitely spoke to me as a Doctor Who fan on a personal level. Because honestly, fuck people who mess with the fucking ocean. Stop doing it.
That was pretty spectacular.
Right, I'm genuinely pissed off at that.
I've never encountered fish like that before.
Nah,
Huge.
I think there was 30 or 40 sharks out there today.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, I'm not going to forget that.
What do we do
for a long
now?
time.
Fins everywhere.
Thanks for having me on.
No worries.
Okay.
Take my word for it, getting up close and personal with a whale shark is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. If you think you might want to try something like that, I'm going to leave a link in the description box that'll hook you up with the people who hooked me up. I'm also going to leave a link for Simon and for Raphael, so you can learn more about them and more about whale sharks. And that, my friends, leads me to the question of the day. What do you think is the second largest fish in the world? Leave me your answer in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, see, someone already typed in basket sharks. Yeah.
Hey guys, Bill here. Well, as you might guess, I'm on a little bit of a break this week. This time I'm in the Bahamas, and I'm on an island called Eleuthera. Now, Eleuthera is this like really skinny little island, and it's about 110 miles from Nassau. But it is a fantastic place. I mean, when you go to the beach here, you go basically to your own beach. I mean, look at this, right? There is nobody else here. Just the people I'm with over there. You see them right over here behind me. And we're just out here, we're enjoying ourselves. So anyway, I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks. And in the meantime, I have put together a short list of some oldie goldie real or fakes that you probably haven't seen yet. So enjoy, and I'll see you in about 2 weeks.
Right.
On the surface, Cartoon Cat just looks like something from a comic book. But some people think it is a lot more than just ink and paper. Is it possible this freaky feline has escaped the cartoon world to become something real, or are we just letting our imaginations get the best of us? Hey guys, Bill here. Now, a lot of you guys like Aura Skirmish, Optical Doge, and Geo Roach have been writing to me and asking me to do a real or fake on Cartoon Cat. And well, you know, I'll be honest with you, up to this point, I've been like, seriously? I mean, why on earth would anyone think this creepy cat is anything more than just a drawing? But you know, the more I looked into it, the more I got interested, at least in the concept. I mean, this idea of something from a cartoon medium transforming into a real entity. So let's take a look. A brief look around the internet turns up tons of hits on Cartoon Cat. Now, according to Villains Wiki at fandom.com, Cartoon Cat is a hostile cryptid and an urban legend created by artist Trevor Henderson. Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the same guy that brought us Siren Head? Starting in August of 2018, a series of pictures were posted to Trevor Henderson's Instagram. The first is best described by Billy Styler from his video, Who is Cartoon Cat?
It depicts an anthropomorphic cartoon-like figure crouching behind a doorway in what looks to be an abandoned building of some sorts. The caption reads, "They're just like your favorite cartoon."
Over the following weeks, Henderson posted 3 more pictures of Cartoon Cat. Now, while these pictures are unnerving, they don't really prove that there's anything really sinister about Cartoon Cat. In fact, the last picture came with a caption that read, "Well, that's all, folks." Many people believe that Cartoon Cat was actually inspired by an old 30s cartoon character called Felix the Cat.
The cat, yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be that.
So here's the question. Do you think it's possible that a character that's basically comes from a sketch, right, you know, pencil on paper, that's based on an old cartoon can somehow be invaded by an evil spirit or maybe an alien being from outer space and brought to life in the real world? Tell you what, why don't you guys tell me what you think? If you think Cartoon Cat somehow exists in the real world, then you vote real. But on the other hand, if you think this is all just pretend, well, you vote fake. And as usual, if you think there really is no answer, you vote unknown. Go ahead and leave me your votes up here if that's still working. If it isn't, you can always leave an answer down in the comment section. And hey, doesn't matter if you're alone, you're with friends, with family, whatever, you can always shout it out too so everybody knows where you stand. While you do that, I'm going to get out the old recycled envelope that I've used about 150 times now. It's starting to look a little worn, but hey, you know, when you think about the number of trees you save, you know, it could be like 1/15 of a tree, but hey, it all adds up. It all adds up. So let's get back to the answer here. And ladies and gentlemen, the official answer is
big fat fake.
Unknown. Despite a deep and thorough investigation of a cartoon cat, we can't really determine if this is something cosmic filtered through our old media or just a creepy pasta taking on a life of its own. But I gotta tell you, you know, the bigger mystery for me is I can't figure out whether this cartoon cat is either evil or good. I mean, when it starts out, he looks like kind of friendly, and then suddenly he's got like this weird look on his face, and then towards the end, he starts feeling like he's not so threatening after all. So I don't know. Maybe one of these days Trevor Henderson will tell us. Next up is this video that claims to show a mysterious creature known as the Fresno Nightcrawler. The video was sent in by dozens of people, including Leonel Jimenez, John Matrazes, and Monkey D. Ricky. It was recorded by a homeowner's security camera in Fresno, California, and shows, well, this. Guys, this video deserves an entire show to its own, but there's a little problem with it and why I haven't done it as a big story. And that is that this one is officially unknown. Despite the heavy-hitting research of Sci-Fi Channel's Fact or Faked show and an excellent recreation by the Para Breakdown channel, pointed out to us by Sharon Cloud 236, no one has ever been able to debunk this video with any solid evidence. Are they aliens? Ghosts? Puppets on a wire?
Probably.
Nobody knows for sure. Next up is this bizarre video. It was pointed out to me by Tony C, who just said, is it true there are robots so advanced they can do backflips? Tony, I know robots, AI, and all that stuff are making some incredible advances, but a robot that does backflips? That's pretty far-fetched if you ask me.
You can probably see what's it called? What's the robot in Cardiff? There is a robot in Cardiff that can do, well, not backflips, but I've seen it at Cardiff robot. I've seen a Cardiff robot somewhere. It's a Cyberman. Giant robot from Cardiff. What is it? Cardiff. There was a Cardiff robot somewhere where the Doctor Who exhibition was. Cardiff Centre robot. But yeah, there was a giant robot somewhere in Cardiff. Giant robot Cardiff. Yeah, this thing, Titan the robot. Oh yeah. Titan the robot. Titan the robot. Of course. Yeah, this robot has been in here for some time. Yeah, it was. He normally featured in Cardiff, yeah. I think I met him one time, it was really funny. Yeah, if you have been to like anywhere like the Trafford Centre or Cardiff or whatever, there's sometimes this robot appears, this Cyberstein Titan robot, which is really cool, not gonna lie. And reference a real character. That is
Guys,
cool.
Take another look at this and tell me what you think.
Yeah, I met this giant robot once. A long time ago.
Okay, so leave your votes up here, answers down in the comment section, or just shout it out. I will get out the official answer here, and we will see that perhaps sometime in the future there will be an Olympics with a gymnastics event that only includes robots. Now that would be funny. And the official answer is, are you ready for this? I'm actually kind of shocked by this answer. It's real. Its name is Atlas, and it's just one of the many robots being developed by a company called Boston Dynamics. Now, according to their website, Atlas is about 5 feet or 1.5 meters tall and weighs about 165 pounds or 75 kilograms. Although his backflips are not always successful, as we can see here, he truly is a symbol of why getting a good human education is more important than ever if you don't want him stealing your job. The picture was sent in by Tim Ingram, who wrote, "Hey Bill, is this building for real or just a BFF?" Tim, we've covered a lot of strange architecture here on Real or Fake. Remember that cliff house where the one hanging on? That was fake. But I gotta say, this is the first time I've seen something where I went, wow, I'd really like to live in that building if it's real. That's a really cool place. I posted it to my trusty Facebook to see what the guys over there would think, and well, they came back with a couple of very interesting answers. Oren Mama said it was a real building and it was a place called Bosco Verticale in Italy. But Judy Lebrona said it was fake because this picture is only an artist's concept of the building. The real building looks a lot different, more like this.
So it could be fake.
I don't know about this one. I mean, either that's a real picture of a real building or that's somebody's artwork. So look, this is how I want you to vote. If that's a real picture of a real building in real life, then I want you to vote real, okay? Now, if that's just a concept art of a real building, right? In other words, it's only created in a computer. Maybe they made it before they built the building so they could show people what they wanted to build. That's concept art, right? So if it's concept art, then I want you to vote fake. You ready? Go ahead and vote up here. Leave me an answer down here or just shout it out. I'll jump in the elevator. We'll head up to the penthouse and we will get the official answer, which is, oh wow. This thing, you know what? It's real. With all the colored trees and perfectly clean building, you would think this was some kind of fantasy version of the building, but nope, that truly is the Bosque Verticale in Milan, Italy. The picture was taken by a professional photographer, and I'm sorry I'm gonna mangle his name, but Altug Galip from Cyprus. Mr. Galip loves to take pictures of colorful buildings, as can be seen here in his collection on Shutterstock.com. Coming up, we're looking into reports that a U.S. government agency posted a zombie apocalypse warning. And later, this picture. All right, now let's get down to some serious business about zombies and apocalypses. Sam Darrow02 was the first one to submit this report and wrote, Bill, I've been wondering about that zombie page on the CDC. Is it real or fake? Sam, CDC stands for Centers for Disease Control, and it just happens to be one of the U.S. government's most important agencies for protecting public health. Now, if the CDC is posting things about zombie apocalypses, well, that is important news. All right, guys, here's the post, and here is part of what it says.
There are all kinds of emergencies out there that we can prepare for. Take a zombie apocalypse, for example. That's right, I said zombie apocalypse. You may laugh now, but when it happens, you'll be happy you read this.
From there, the post goes on to give you tips about what to do if there is a zombie apocalypse or an emergency like that. And it mostly centers around creating an emergency kit and an emergency plan. Okay, guys, take another good look at this thing and make up your own mind. Now, if you think this is a real post put on there by the CDC itself, well, then the answer is real. If, on the other hand, you think this was placed there by hackers or this isn't really the CDC website, then just go with fake. And as usual, if you don't think we have a smoking gun answer, go with unknown. Okay, so let the world know what you're thinking, and while you do that, I'm going to get out this and we're going to find out what the CDC is thinking. Now, what I'm thinking is, you know, the way the world's been going the last couple of years, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a zombie apocalypse coming.
I mean, these are weird times. All right, let's see what they say here. Give me a sec. Yeah, all right. All right, don't get freaked out. I don't want you to be scared because, you know, there's always an action and a counter reaction. And your counter reaction could mean the difference between being prepared and not being prepared. Because the official answer from the CDC, whether they posted that blog to prepare yourself for a zombie apocalypse, is real. Yep, that's right. This post is an official post on the CDC website, and it did exactly what it was intended to do. Draw a lot of people to the site to check it out. They even made a video about it.
An increasing number of citizens in remote areas are disappearing. As more people disappear, the number of gruesome, unexplained deaths is increasing, especially at night. We've identified the perpetrators as difficult to kill, flesh-eating zombies.
All right, now before you start freaking out, let's remember one thing. In a situation like this, it always pays to take a look at the details. If you look at the description box down here, it says the video is fictional, as in fake. It was made to help school-aged children learn the basics of emergency preparedness. Okay, now you can say what you want about how wise it was for the CDC to plant that little hoax on their website, but guess what? Educators love it. They demand more because they say kids pay attention. And so the CDC is continuing to update their zombie preparedness page to remind you guys it's always good to have an emergency kit and an emergency plan. Next up, we move into the beautiful world of flowers and this picture. It was submitted by Chris Sanchez, who just wrote, "Is it true there's a monkey-like flower?" Chris, when it comes to nature, you know what I always say, anything is possible. But on the other hand, this one's a little bit hard to believe. Okay, guys, take another good look and let the world know what you think. Are these real flowers? Or maybe something that somebody just cooked up in their computer, as in big fat fake. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's see who's got it right and who's got it wrong. I hope it's real because I'd really like to have a flower like that in my yard, if you know what I mean. But on the other hand, you know, the more I look at that picture, what would make that flower even better? If it modeled itself after the wise monkeys in Japan, what is that thing where the monkeys go, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Now, if that flower did that, that would be awesome. Yeah, well, let's see what it is. Let's see if we can just get it with smiling monkeys on it. And the official answer is, wow, believe it or not, real. Thanks to my super sleuths on Facebook like Landon Ford, David Lohr, and Elijah James Franco, just to name a few, we now know this is a real flower, and get this, it's called a Dracula simia, or more popularly known as a monkey orchid. Unfortunately for most of us, the flower is very rare and can only be found in Ecuador and Peru. It only grows at high elevations and was only first discovered in 1978. All right, well, I guess this brings us to my favorite part of the show, which is my favorite fake of the week. But before we do that, let's take a look at some all-new, fantastic, over-the-top, belongs in a museum fan art. First up is this interesting piece from the Flying Penguin. He drew Bill as a half werecat. I think that's kind of like a werewolf, only it's a cat. He said he thought it would be cool if Bill transformed into the very things he tries to stop. Very clever, Flying Penguin. Who knows? Maybe I do. Next up is this colorful work from Camo. This picture shows some creepy pastas attacking YouTube. The people watching YouTube, represented by this guy, need to know if they are real or fake. Very well done, Camo. Thanks. How about this masterpiece from Jerry the Cartoon Dog? It shows Bill confronting a cartoon
dog. Now we not only have cartoon cat, but a cartoon dog as well. Nice job, Jerry. Here's a pencil-drawn portrait of You-Know-Who by Miller Habib. A sketch from Khrushchev with all the usual subjects. Another cute sketch from Will Ness. And this one from Jake Nightmares. Joella Reed drew this with colored pencils. It shows Bill flying around with a jetpack and has a shark with a gun on its back. Very inventive, Joella. Thanks. And finally, we have a simple but masterful BFF tableau from Sammy. Love it. And So Fake It's Funny from Matthew. Great cartoon cat, Matthew. Thank you. And now, for my favorite fake of the week. It was sent in by Anonymous and shows what has become a genre of sorts, things hitting the moon. Now, why I like this one is because of the soundtrack. You hear the boom? Well, here's the deal. Sound travels at over 700 miles per hour or 1,100 kilometers per hour, but the moon is over 200,000 miles or 321,000 kilometers away. So that means when that thing hit the moon, the sound would take at least 5 minutes before it would reach the Earth, making this video. So fake, it's funny! Hey, don't go away just yet, girl.
Well, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, sadly I didn't get any other videos, which is a shame, but it's fine. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video then, viewers. Farewell!